Hey, what's up, y'all? We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. Hey, if you are a dad, a you're a driven, high-performing dad, maybe you are a dad who was a former athlete. This quick live is for you. Here's the thing: it's Friday night. What does that mean? Friday night lights, and of course, and then there's a weekend. You've got weekend sports and activities. If you are a dad who has a child who is an athlete, I really want you to listen to this because you may have never been taught how to support your child as an athlete, and you're not alone because most of us grew up in a world where our parent was maybe screaming and hollering from the stands at the officials, at the coaches, maybe at you, and it may not be screaming at you from the field, but maybe in the car that they were yelling at you and critiquing you, trying to fix the that's what was going on with you. So you're definitely not alone in that. So I just want to make sure that if you're a high performing dad and you've got a kid who's participating this weekend, it's important that you show up as dad, not as the former athlete, not as maybe you even coach the sport or used to coach the sport, not as coach. You show up as dad because that's what your athlete needs. And it doesn't matter if they're little leagues, the juniors, the peewees, or maybe they're playing high school sports or maybe even collegiate sports. You need to show up as dad. And with that, but showing up as dad is I'm here to love on you. I'm here to support you. This is your journey. This is not our journey. You had your shot at it. And what we want is we want your athlete to look back at today's day as the good old days, because you probably remember your good old days, and your child is living that right now. And far too many men are trying to insert themselves into the child's athletic careers to steer it as to shape it based on what they wish they had. And now they're living through their child. You've probably heard of that a lot. And we have to break free of that because we're choking them metaphorically. Like we're suffocating them, and we may think that, oh man, they need a little push, they need a little drive. And I'm not saying a little bit of encouragement and structure and push isn't important, because yeah, it is. But you can do it in a positive way of, hey, I'm just here to support you. I'm here to love on you. I'm here to be a cheerleader for you. And what you need to know is you have one job, Dad. One job, and that's it. You're not here to coach. You're not here to fix things. Your job is simply to help your athlete absorb life lessons through the language of sport. That's it. You're not, unless you are coaching, maybe, uh, unless you're coaching, your job isn't to coach. And sure, you may have a relationship with your child where you can say, hey, is now a good time for us to talk about the game? Or is now a good time for us to, I can be coach and we can kind of talk things through a little bit. They have coaches, and their job is to be an advocate for themselves, to talk with the coaches if they're looking for ways to get better, if they're not happy with their playing time, whatever it may be, their position. So your job is to be an advocate, or is to support your child to advocate for themselves and help them absorb the life lesson. Because if you've played sport, you know that there is a plethora of life lessons that can be learned through sport. However, most of them just go right over the heads of the athlete because they don't have a leader, someone there to help them absorb the life lessons, to recognize them. I mean, think about it. When there's a setback or a mistake that's made, it's very easy to have that inner critic in there, the hamster wheel just spinning, and all this negativity. Oh man, I messed up. My buddies are going to be frustrated with me. My coach is going to be angry. My dad's going to be angry. The human mind doesn't work that way. We can't perform at that level of noisiness. We got to quiet it. Be the man that can help your child quiet their mind and focus on where can they get better. This is not about the scoreboard. Where did we win? Because there's plenty of wins that come through competition. And what we want to create is those competitors that can become the athletes capable of getting better results, of improving and getting better. We're focusing on helping them get better. So I'll circle back. Your main job is to help them absorb the life lessons, period. So you can ask them, where'd you get better in this particular practice or in the game tonight, Friday night? You get back home, where'd you get better? And if they want to talk about it, if they don't want to talk about it, let it go. But if they want to talk about it, where'd you get better today? And what did you learn from that particular challenge you ran up against? Or what type of character did you bring in this particular situation? Or could you get better in bringing better sportsmanship or better character into this particular scenario? So you really want to position yourself as a supporter, someone who's loving on them, cheering them on, and helping them absorb the life lessons, because there's so many of them. If we just look for them and identify them, what happens in sport translates over in the classroom, translates over into home with you. So having that growth mindset and just encourage them to focus on where they can get better is a big way to look for life lessons through sport. Resiliency, humility, gratitude. We can go down a list of traits and characteristics and principles that you can focus on. Where did that show up in this particular game? And where can we get better? So I just want to come in, just a quick 6-minute hit and give you just a quick insight going into Friday night lights or into your weekend's sporting activities. Be a sports dad that allows your athlete to flourish and blossom, and supporting them and helping them connect the dots between what goes on in sport and how it translates over into life outside of sports. Guys, if I can help you do this, by all means, this is not related just to athletes. This is to men as well. That's the world in which I play in. I care about you. I want you, my man, to become the man capable of experiencing a ripped and fit body, the greater time, greater wealth and less time so you can spend it more with your kids, maybe coaching your kids, and then being able to enhance or attract that high value woman, that soulmate into your life. If you're divorced and you're out looking for others, or looking for a partner, or maybe you're in a relationship and you want to be able to enhance that, that's the role I play in. We get started in the mornings. Go ahead and click the QR code that you see here on your screen. That'll get you access into my ecosystem. You get access to a free, I send you a 7-day series of videos to help you shred your body, stack your wealth, fire up your sex life, all before 9 a.m. Go ahead and click the QR code here, and I can get that to you in your inbox. Then, of course, we can start connecting, and you can find the best route within our world and our ecosystem that aligns with you, and we can help support you in all areas of your life. My man, have a great Friday night lights or wherever your young athletes are participating this weekend. Wish you all the best.